All right, so here's the gist of what's happening with Canada and the Orange Cheetos new tariffs, hopefully broken down in a way that's easy to digest for all of you guys. A lot of people have been asking what just happened. Well, 2 days ago on March 25th, the Orange Cheeto Mussolini slapped some huge tariffs on Canadian-made cars and trucks, which is a 25% tax on any foreign-made vehicles, which obviously includes Canadian ones. Now, this is on top of the already existing tariffs on steel, aluminum, and basically everything that we export to the United States. Now, Carney fired back, saying that the days of Canada relying on the U.S. economy are over and that we need to rethink our entire economic strategy. He's promising to retaliate with tariffs on U.S. goods, and we're going to have an official announcement for what those tariffs are going to look like on April 2nd. He's also promising to improve and free up trade within Canada to make it easier for businesses to grow, and he's promising to invest billions in keeping auto manufacturing and supply chains all in Canada so that we can stop relying on the U.S. and build new trade relationships with other countries. He's also made it crystal clear that he's not taking orders from Trump, and he said, and I quote, "I take note of the president's comment. I don't take direction from him." I'm sure the next question is going to be, how bad are these tariffs? And the honest answer is pretty bad. Canadian auto manufacturers are freaking out right now because our cars and parts move back and forth across the border multiple times before they're fully built. So these tariffs are going to wreck that system, and they're going to jack up prices for both Canadians and Americans. But Trump isn't just hitting Canada, because on April 2nd, he's putting these tariffs on all foreign imports. So global trade is going to get really messy. Now, if you're wondering what the other party leaders are saying, Pierre Poilievre told Trump to just knock it off and promised dollar-for-dollar tariffs that would hurt U.S. companies while helping Canadians. And he apparently wants to sell Canadian resources elsewhere and stop depending on the U.S. And I'm not quite sure how he plans to do that when he also plans to cut the industrial carbon tax, which makes our global trade, especially with the EU, much, much harder. But, okay. Jagmeet is calling Trump's move a betrayal, and he said that he will not criticize Carney's response because Canada needs to be united on this. And he also said that he wants to waive GST on Canadian-made cars to encourage people to buy local. Now, the big picture here is that this is not just about trade. It's about Canada's entire relationship with the U.S. And Carney is saying that our old system of deep economic ties with the U.S. is done and that we need to protect our workers and industries. And April 2nd is going to be a very big day for all of us because that's when tariffs officially start, and that's when Canada will reveal its next move. Look, the bottom line is that Canada's economy is at a turning point, and our leaders are scrambling to make sure that we don't get steamrolled. And I personally do not see PP as the one being able to lead us through this mess when his party's obviously been compromised and PP himself has aligned with that orange Cheeto for far too long. I know that right now he's trying to distance himself away from that, but let's not forget that for the last 3 years, PP has just been a Trump copycat. I honestly do believe that this guy, a world-renowned economist, is going to be a much better choice for us.